Quadratic equations. Tell me, what did you learn about the quadratic equations in previous classes? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation. And you might have known how to solve the quadratic equation and nature of the roots, right? So again we recall those concepts. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation. Here condition is a should not be equal to 0. What will happen if a is equal to 0? If a is equal to 0, this term get vanished. So you have only bx plus c. This is a linear equation, right? So here we are talking about the quadratic equations. So a should not be equal to 0. Why we are calling it as a quadratic equation? Because it is a second degree polynomial equation. So you know the polynomial expression, right? What is a polynomial? An expression is of the form an x power n plus an minus 1 x power n minus 1 plus and so on plus a naught is called polynomial, right? This is a polynomial. And these quotients are all real numbers. So real valued polynomial. Highest power of the variable term in the expression is called the degree of the polynomial. Here what is the highest power? N. So this is called the degree of the polynomial. Depending upon the degree, we name the polynomial. Suppose if n is equal to 0, we call it as a constant polynomial. If n is equal to, so you have 5. This is also polynomial, right? This is constant polynomial. And n is equal to 1, linear polynomial. It will be in the form some ax plus b. This is a linear polynomial. If n is equal to 2, it is quadratic polynomial. Here we are talking about this one only, ax square plus bx plus c. This is quadratic polynomial. N is equal to 3 cubic, n is equal to 4 biquadratic, etc. Name the polynomial. Depending upon the degree, we name the polynomial. Here this is a second degree polynomial equation. So this is called a quadratic equation. And we know how to solve these quadratic equations, right? We know how to find the solutions of this equation. Here, instead of word solution, we use the word root. Solution. Here we use the word root. What is the difference between root and solution? We will discuss it later. So, here I am using the word root. How to find the roots of this quadratic equation? The most important formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. By using this formula, we find the roots of this equation, right? Here, you have an expression b square minus 4ac, right? Suppose what will happen if it is equal to 0? B square minus 4ac is equal to 0. This whole term get vanished. You have only minus b by 2a. You have only minus b by 2a. So, only one root. Actually, we know that nth degree polynomial equation has n roots, right? Either they may be repeated, they may be complex, they may be real, anything. So, but nth degree polynomials, you have n roots only. So, this is a second degree polynomial. You should have two roots. Either they are real or complex, you should have two roots. Here, you got x is equal to minus b by 2a. So, another root also minus b by 2a. We call them as repeated roots. Right? So, b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. You get two roots which are repeated. Minus b by 2a, comma minus b by 2a. So, there are two cases here. One is b square minus 4ac delta either 0 or not equal to 0. Either 0 or not equal to 0. Suppose if delta is equal to 0, you have real equal roots. Real and equal roots. If here what is the condition? ABC should be real. ABC should be real. If delta is not equal to 0, then what is the case again? If delta is not equal to 0, it may be either greater than 0, it may be either less than 0. So, delta is greater than 0, delta less than 0. Delta less than 0 means this expression under the radical sign is negative. When the radical is negative means the expression under the radical sign is negative, you know that that is not a real number, that is a complex number. So, when delta is less than 0, roots are non-real. Here delta is less than 0, roots are non-real. Okay, if delta is greater than 0. Again there are two cases here. If delta is greater than 0, this term, this expression is greater than 0 means it may be either perfect square, it may be either perfect square or it may not be either perfect square. Again there are two chances. If b square minus 4ac is positive, it may be either perfect square, it may not be either perfect square. If it is a perfect square, what will happen? If delta is a perfect square, this is a perfect square, this radical sign get cancelled with 2. Suppose square root of something whole square. These two get cancelled. You have some ordinary expression here. So it will be added and subtracted with b. You get some rational roots. When here condition is ABC should be a rational number, not real. Real means rational and irrational. Both are called real, right? So if ABC are not rational, ABC are irrational, then in this case also we cannot say that they have rational roots. Suppose if it is a perfect square and ABC are rational, then you have rational roots. Rational roots. Rational roots. Here, what is the condition for the rational roots? What is the condition for the quadratic equation has rational roots? Discriminant should be a perfect square and quotient should be a rational numbers. Then we say that roots are rational. Okay. And if discriminant is not a perfect square, b square minus 4ac is not a perfect square. So, no, already radical sign will be in the numerator is already radical sign is there. So it is, these are irrational roots. These are called irrational roots. Irrational roots. And again, it is a perfect square. Okay, this is a perfect square. So these two get cancelled. You have some ordinary expression here. Suppose this a is equal to 1. Okay, this a is equal to 1 and these a, b, c are integers. A is equal to 1 and b, c are integers. Then what will happen? This roots become integers, integral roots. So again, if it is a perfect square and a is equal to 1, b, c are rational numbers. Sorry, b, c are integers. Then you have integral roots. Integral roots. Integral roots. Here you have to remember 3 conditions. First one, here I am writing. See, what are the conditions here? First, remember that your quadratic equation has rational roots. Quadratic equation has rational roots. Condition. What is the condition for rational roots? First, ABC should be a rational numbers. ABC should be a rational numbers and discriminant should be a perfect square. Discriminant is a perfect square. So quadratic equation has a rational roots if quotients are rational numbers and discriminant is a perfect square. And second point, quadratic equation has integral roots and integers. Integral roots. Quadratic equation has integral roots. What is the condition here? A is equal to 1. A should be 1 and b, c are integers again. Here b, c are integers and discriminant is already a perfect square. So what is the condition for the integral roots? A is equal to 1, b, c are integers and discriminant is a perfect square. Next, most important one. Quadratic expression is a perfect square. Quadratic expression ax square plus bx plus c. Every time you cannot write it as ax square plus bx plus c. So simply I am saying it as some fx or y something. So ax square plus bx plus c, I am taking it as fx. So our quadratic expression is a perfect square. Is a perfect square. What is the condition? Discriminant should be equal to 0. Remember these 3 points. Here, discriminant is a perfect square discriminant is a perfect square, then quadratic equation has rational roots, right? Discriminant is a perfect square, then quadratic equation has rational roots. Expression is a perfect square. Expression, don't get confused with the discriminant. Here I am talking about the expression. Expression is a perfect square if the discriminant is equal to 0. Why? Because ax square plus bx plus c is a perfect square. For example, I am taking it as x square plus 4x plus 4. We can write this expression as x plus 2 whole square, right? This is a perfect square. Expression is a perfect square. Expression is a perfect square. In this case, what will happen? You have two repeated linear factors. It means you have two repeated roots. X is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 2. So, when you have two real repeated roots, then discriminant is equal to 0. So, quadratic equation is a perfect square, then discriminant is equal to 0. Here, ABC should be a real numbers. ABC should be a real numbers. Quadratic expression is a perfect square, then discriminant is equal to 0. If discriminant is a perfect square, then quadratic equation has rational roots. This is all about our basics which we learned in previous classes. You have an expression x square plus 2 into a plus b plus c into x plus 3 into bc plus ca plus ab. This is a quadratic expression. Given that this quadratic expression is a perfect square, this is a perfect square, then write the condition, write the relation between ABC. Write the relation between ABC. Given that this expression is a perfect square. Just now we know that. What did you know? Expression is a perfect square. When expression is a perfect square, discriminant is equal to 0. Right? If discriminant is a perfect square, then equation has rational roots. Here expression is a perfect square, so discriminant should be equal to 0. What is the discriminant? B square minus 4ac. 4b square, quotient of x, b square, a plus b plus c whole square, b square minus 4ac. 4 3s are 12. So 12 into bc plus ca plus ab. This is equal to 0. Remove this 4 3 times. So a plus b plus c minus 3bc minus 3ca minus 3ab is equal to 0. You have, the whole square. Just expand this. A square plus b square plus c square. A square plus b square plus c square. Here you have 2ab. Here minus 3ab. So you have minus ab minus bc minus ca is equal to 0. Now I write it as 1 by 2 into 2a square plus 2b square plus 2c square minus 2ab minus 2bc minus 2ca is equal to 0. 2a square plus a square, right? So take 1a square, 1b square and minus 2ab. So it becomes a minus b whole square. Again 1b square, 1c square minus 2bc, b minus c whole square. Again a square, c square minus 2ac, c minus a whole square is equal to 0. Here this is a perfect square, always positive or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0. Sum of three positive numbers is equal to 0. It is possible only if and only if each term, each number should be 0. So it should be 0, it should be 0, it should be 0. Here you get a is equal to b, b is equal to c, c is equal to a. So what is the relation between a and b and c? A is equal to b is equal to c. Okay. And one more example. Here you have seen that if the expression is a perfect square, then what is the condition? Discriminant is equal to 0. Right? And one more point is, if the discriminant is a perfect square, then equation has rational roots. Then the quadratic equation has rational roots. For this, if ax square plus c into y plus a dash x square plus c dash is equal to 0, here x is a rational function. X is a rational function of y. X is a rational function of y, and one more condition is AC is negative. Then find the relation between ACs. What are the constant here? A, C, A dash, C dash. So we get some relation. We will see what will we get. But here given that x is a rational function, first write the quadratic equation in terms of x. So x square into a square into ay plus a dash. Next, x term. What is x term? No x term. What is the constant? cy plus c dash is equal to 0. Okay, this is the quadratic equation in terms of x. This is a quadratic equation in terms of x. If we solve this quadratic equation, you get the values for x, right? For that, given that x is a rational function, it means you have rational roots, right? You have rational roots. This quadratic equation has rational roots. What is the condition for an equation? A quadratic equation has rational roots. Condition is discriminant should be a perfect square. Discriminant should be a perfect square and quotients are rational numbers. So discriminant is a perfect square. What is the discriminant here? B term is 0. B square minus 4ac quotient of x square into constant term is a perfect square. Here I am writing is a perfect square. Is a perfect square. Now notice that here you have one variable term y. So what will we do? We write this product as a quadratic expression in terms of y. Minus 4 into, we write it as a quadratic expression in terms of y. ay into cy, acy square plus quotient of y, ac dash plus a dash c plus constant term a dash c dash. This is one quadratic expression. This is a perfect square. A quadratic expression is a perfect square if discriminant is equal to 0. So again, here you have to apply the condition discriminant is equal to 0. So what is the discriminant for this quadratic expression? B square minus 4ac. B square minus 4ac. Minus 4ac. AC into a dash c dash is equal to 0. You take minus 4 also. Minus 4 into something, but no problem. Because that side is 0, so it get vanished. So b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Simplify it. A plus b whole square minus 4ab. So a minus b whole square. ac dash minus a dash c whole square is equal to 0. Perfect square is 0. It means this term should be 0. So ac dash is equal to a dash c. What is the condition? A by a dash is equal to c by c dash. This is the condition. So what did you learn still now? Expression is a perfect square if the discriminant is equal to 0. If the quadratic expression has rational roots, then discriminant is a perfect square. So discriminant is a perfect square, then the quadratic equation has rational roots. Quadratic expression is a perfect square, then the discriminant is equal to 0. And one more condition. What is the condition for quadratic equation has integral roots, integers. When will we get the integer roots? A should be equal to 1 and BC should be integers, and again quadratic this discriminant should be a perfect square. So discriminant should be a perfect square. A is equal to 1 and BC are the integers. In that case you will get integral solutions. This is all about the basics which we learned in the previous classes. Okay. In the next video we will see what is the difference between the roots, zeros and solutions. Is there any difference between the solutions and roots? And what is the difference between the root and zero? Okay, we will see it in the next video.